Good evening and welcome to the channel. In tonight's video, before I lose light, I am going to be repotting some aloe vera. I bought 2 aloe vera plants last year maybe. They were little bitty, tiny little, maybe 1-inch pots, and they were on their last little leg. Let me show you how they look today. These are my 2 aloe vera plants. Now I say 2, but in all actuality, there are so many more than 2. In the center, you'll find the mother plant, and all around her are her babies. This big thick leaf here, the mother plant. All around her, babies. So today I am going to take out as many babies as I can and pot them up and get them in the greenhouse because I want aloe vera in my garden. Before I get to potting, I am going to use this compost that I bought from the store. You all know what I use. I mix it up in this large pot. And I'm just going to place some in the small pots just so that I can have like an assembly line. That way all I got to do is pull one baby aloe vera out and plop it in the pot. You guys can hear me. I'm not certain how many pots I will need, but I have a few pots over here. And I have a few tools to help me out. So I have never repotted an aloe vera. I have no idea how. I don't know if the babies will come off cleanly or if this is going to be an ordeal. So what I'm attempting to do, and I hope you all can see, I hope I don't have my arm in the way, I'm right-handed, is I'm trying to loosen up the wood chip that I have on the soil. Now I have been using my aloe vera. Recently I started making sea moss, and I've been placing aloe vera in it. So I've started to use it, and I want to make sure that I have a healthy supply. Now what I think I'm going to have to do is to take this entire plant out of the pot, break the babies off, and then repot the mother. So I am going to have to get a larger pot to put this soil in, and I will just give her some refreshed soil. So let me go get a lucky me. I have a larger pot, so I'm going to shift some things around over here. I'm working with a small workspace. I'm in the corner of my table, so let me shift that. There we go. That way nothing falls onto the ground. So I'm just going to take this and tip it and get that out of there. So I'm just trying to tip out the soil. And so far, the only thing that's coming out, is the wood chip. Oh goodness. So I'm going to have to loosen that soil up some more. So let me get another pot so I can put this wood chip in. I should have did that when I was in the greenhouse. I went and got a bucket and dumped the wood chip in the bucket. So I am going to move the bucket out of the way, place it on the ground, loosen up the soil because it appears to be quite compact in there. This is my first successful attempt at growing aloe vera. And I say successful because, I mean, look at her. Can you see? Can you see the roots on that baby? I'm going to move her over so you all can see her. I am going to make, oh, she fell down and went boom. I was getting ready to say I am going to make a mess, but look at that. Let me pan up so you all can see her in her full glory. She is. Look how beautiful she is, you guys. I am going to attempt not to lose all of this soil because I will refresh it but it is very dry and very compact. Aloe veras, they like it on the dry side, and I believe that's why she's been so happy and making all these babies. She's producing, well, that could either be happiness or she thinks she's going to die. One or the other. One or the other. So it's going to take a little bit of that soil off her base. And I'm just trying to take a look and see how I can remove her babies without too much damage to them. I think I'm going to have to remove more soil. I hope you all can see. I can't tell what you all can see. Let me step back. I have the camera away from me, and I can't tell what you all can see. Here we go. So I'm just going to slowly try and remove the babies and as much root as possible, like that. And that has a nice root system, just like that. So let me do this, and then I'll be back. I'm going to place her right there, and I'll be back. This mama has a lot of babies, you guys. This is the mama plant. See how big her leaves are? Look at that. I think she's huge compared to what she was when I first bought her. She's huge. Now, let me show you all these babies. Look at all these babies. I hope you guys can see. Let me look and see what you all can see. Okay. Let me get you all in closer so you can actually see inside of the pot. There we go. You all should have a pretty good view for right now. So that's one baby. And I'm trying not to jostle them too much. That's two. And there are varying sizes. 3, 4, 5. These are tiny. I'm going to place these back on the table. I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 14 babies, and I've got a few pieces that have broken off, so I will take those in the house. So I've got a ton of babies off of that one mother plant. So I don't know if I should put them all in the 1-inch pots or if I should put a few of them in a larger container and try to make a grouping, because these are a lot of babies. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the babies over while I make a determination on what I will do. And I have these 2 little tiny babies right here. They're going to go over to the side. I'm not going to mess with those until the very last, because I'm sure in the other pot I also have some tiny babies. So what I can do is put the tiny babies in a pot on their own, all by themselves. So I'm just going to make a hole, and this is new, fresh fertilized compost, and it has vermiculite, perlite. It has, oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank, y'all. My brain is not working today. It's been a long work day. I got off work and I came straight out into the garden. So I have the composted manure in the yellow bag, the yellow white bag with the green writing, the one that I bought earlier in the year. And I switched up. I haven't used the new stuff yet. I have the soil that I got, the Stay Green soil. I have vermiculite, I have perlite, and I also have coconut coir in here. I did not add any additional fertilizer. I probably should have, but that soil had some, so I did not. So I'm going to take a little bit of this soil out of this pot because I don't want her to fall over. I'm going to prop her up a little more, just like so. And I'm pressing around her base to firm her in, because they can begin to get really heavy and they will fall over. So I am going to place the old aloe vera tag in her pot, even though I don't need to, but I will. I'm going to take this wood chip that I took off of the top of her, and I'm going to put the wood chip, and I'm going to place her back inside of the TP greenhouse. I'm not going to add any additional wood chip because, like I mentioned, they like to keep it a little drier. I am going to put a little bit of water on here, and then in the greenhouse she goes. Now I am going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to pull the other pot over and take that plant out and pot the mother back up and put that mother into the greenhouse. So let me do that. I have so many baby aloe vera, I may have to start thinking about selling some of these. So this is my bucket. I'm going to put the wood chip in. I believe there's wood chip in this pot. I don't know. Let's take a look. I may not be able, because look how full that is. Can you guys see how full this plant is in this pot? I mean, it's busting out at the seams. I really can't see any wood chip. I'm sure. Yeah, there we go. There's some wood chip in there, but this one is really busting in this at the seams. I should have repotted this. I accidentally broke one of the leaves just now. I'll show you guys. It's oozing. That one accidentally was damaged. Now this is a little difficult because this one has a lot of babies in here. So I can't really do this one in the same way. So I'm going to just kind of press on the pot and see if I can release it. It looks like it's coming loose. I can see it at the bottom starting to lift up. Okay. Oh, goodness. This is a heavy plant. This is heavy for me. Okay. I hope you guys can hear me. My microphone got buried in my clothing. I do apologize. I may have to make this video over. I do apologize, you guys. Let's see. Let me see if I can get this out without damaging it too much. Ooh. Come on, Mama. Come on. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this again. Okay. I was able to bang on the pot and just grab it from the top up here and pull it out. So I'm going to just grab it and pull it out like that. And then scoop up some of this off of the table. Sometimes when you are repotting plants, it can get a little messy. And if you're new to my channel, I do apologize. I did not tell you guys what was in my soil in the beginning, but I did just a moment ago tell you what was in here. And I will put, okay, this is not going to work. Ugh. I will put a video clip up so that you can see how I create my soil. And you all can see how dry it is. I have not watered it, as you can see. I'm just taking the wood chip off. I don't want to put that back in the pot, not just yet. I'm just going to scrape that along with some of that soil off the table. All right. Now I'm going to do the same with this one. Now, I'm going to just turn it over and let it rest on the table instead of actually trying to hold it, because this plant is pretty heavy, and trying to hold it and remove babies, it's not the easiest thing to do. At least it's not for me. Maybe for somebody else, but not for me. sometimes when you have dexterity problems, it's not always easy to hold certain things or open certain things. So you just have to augment how you work. Doesn't mean you can't do it, just means you have to change how you approach doing some things. So just let it rest on the table. It's okay if the table gets dirty, it's outside. And I can always clean it off. It's the end of the season. No one's trying to sit outside. Not right now, anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to do this, get this cleared off, and then I will be right back. For some reason, my microphone shut off, so I'm going to have to do a voiceover from here on out. Now, I'm just going to make a hole in the soil, and I'm letting you know that around the aloe vera, the babies were really stuck right up under her, so it was a little difficult trying to get them off. Some of them did sustain a little bit of damage. Some of them don't have as much root as the others, but I got it off. This is the mother plant. She is quite large. I'm just going to make a hole and place her in the hole, doing the exact same thing I did with the other plant, making sure that I have enough soil, that I have firmed the soil around her, and then topped her off with wood chip. You have to make sure that you firm around your aloe vera. Aloe vera get very heavy and they will fall over. Now that I've placed that mother aloe vera plant in the TP greenhouse, let's see how many babies came off of her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it has a little bit of damage, so I'm going to take that off. 7, 8. This one also has a little bit of damage, so I'm going to take that off. 9, 10. Now this one doesn't have hardly any roots. It may have one little nub. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this one. Now it's time to pot up these babies. Just like I've done with the mother plant, I'm just going to make a hole, place the roots inside the soil. If it has roots, I'm going to put it in the black greenhouse. If it doesn't, I'm going to put it in the TP greenhouse and keep a closer eye on those. I have about 4 new baby plants that don't have very much root, so those are going to go into the TP greenhouse. Because of how they were growing off the mother, the base is curved, so I have to sit them a little bit sideways and put the soil over top of them and firm them in. Now I'm going to take the 3 tiniest baby aloe vera and put them in a pot all on their own. 2 of them have roots and 1 of them does not. So it will also go in the white TP greenhouse so that I can keep a closer eye on it. Just like the larger babies, I make a hole. I place the plant in the hole. This one is the one that does not have the roots. I just place it in the dirt. I put a little soil on top, shake it, firm it in, put a little bit of wood chip, and in the greenhouse it goes. All of the pieces that accidentally broke off the plant, I'm going to take those inside and process those for whatever we need them for in the house. Here is the TP greenhouse, and here are the two mother plants. Look at how large they are, standing nice and tall. I want to thank you all for watching me this evening. Do me a favor, like this video, share this video, leave me a comment, and I hope to see you either in the kitchen or the garden real soon. Bye for now.